This is me playing some Blessed Unleashed. We're fighting the Bone Dragon here. First time we've got it. The battle to be going right now. It's still in the beta right now, Blessed Unleashed. We've so far gotten this dragon down to like 60 health. That's what it looks like right now. So, what is that, 1% is showing? Yeah. No idea what just happened here. Looks like it just caged everyone in with an aerial effect is doing, and it's blasting everyone with its freaking undead fire. And it's so powerful, it just annihilates me instantly and almost everyone around me. I have to revive myself because I'm not trying to give up in this fight. This is one of the last bosses that they have put into the beta right now, what they call them is world bosses. They pretty much roam or have like their own little areas they chill in, you know? And this is the highest level boss that there is right now. And pretty much everyone was just going off in chat, as you can see, talking about it, trying to let everyone know where it's at, what percent it's at. As you can see, there's so many people knocked and need help, and there's a revive system which you can do, which is great. You don't need to be in a party to do it. You can just be randoms and help each other out. I like that, it's pretty cool. And this fight, we've already got like an hour in, dude. It's crazy. And as you see, it's freaking just annihilating people, and you have to get used to what it's doing, and it's so hard, and boom! There we go, we get annihilated, and sometimes it lags and you get lucky and you don't get hurt, and sometimes you do. But as you can see, it pays off already. I was reviving people now, I'm already getting rezzed. It's perfect. The res timer actually increases, so if you die more, it takes longer to pick you up. So sometimes you even see people in the chat just going like when you die 3 times, instead of rezzing, just respawn. And honestly, you have to, because you don't want to sit there for like 2 minutes trying to be revived and then you get attacked. It sucks. And as you can see, another thing that sucks is when the game glitches and lags. And as you can see, this loading screen, the game actually cut off and I had to reload up. And unfortunately, this happened multiple times, and you will see. And this is the unfortunate part. I came back dead, and the dragon had full health again, and there's things called channels on this. The channel we're fighting the main dragon at, where everybody's at fighting, is on channel 2, and I think it threw me like on channel 4 or 5 or something randomly. Then the dragon just respawns and kills the next person that had the same problem as me, which is ridiculous. Rest in peace, dude. Boom, I go into another loading screen, because as you saw, or might not have, I was changing channels to try and get back to the boss to start this fight up again, because I'm not going to give up, even if it throws me out a couple more times, and that's what happens. And it's the beta, can't really be upset, just, you know, and it's the world boss. Like, dude, look at its health still. Boom, already down a good little chunk. Remember, we've been at this for about probably 2 hours now, a little over 2 hours. And there's groups of people bombarding this thing, tens to hundreds of people bombarding this thing. I think at one point we reached over 100 people all attacking this one world boss, and the game gets intensively lagging, so you can't even see half the people. But that's okay. And as we're going through this entire fight, you can read right here at the top, it says we're changing the channels. And then I don't know if actually right then it said to watch the channel 2 for the fight for the GMs. So that means the game moderators were actually watching this entire fight, because what happened earlier was they were trying to shut the channel down. They were saying they're shutting down channels 2, 3, 4, and 5, because those were the other ones, and they're going to leave channel 1 up. But instead, we were so far into this fight. Look at the dragon's health, dude. Look at it. We were not going to just let that slide. Everyone was reporting and talking to the DM, to the GMs in the public chat, probably even DMing them as well, letting them know, like, hey, you can't let this happen. We're in the middle of this fight. We've been hours deep, and this is the first fight anyone's encountered to go for the defeat. So we're all over here panicking and still fighting away, and we got rewarded with it through just pure determination and persevering. Excuse my English, I can't English. Ooh, and I die. Apparently I can't dodge that fast either. Oh. This game's been pretty addicting for me lately. I've been enjoying it. I've been having a blast. And this entire time, yeah, I've been getting knocked and dropped and revived repetitively and reviving everyone else and helping everyone else out, but it's such a freaking great time. And I was not just gonna give up on this. There was no way I was gonna give up on beating this boss. I was gonna be here since I was from the start all the way to the end. And I could only have footage that shows that around halfway is when I started. But that's okay, the game is lagging, and I don't mind. But this is my perspective of it all. I hope you enjoy so far, and as much as enjoying right now, if you're still watching or have made it this far to watch, I appreciate it so much. And I just go in for bombardments and attacks. I've figured out most of its attacks, kind of, but that doesn't really help too much. As you see right there, it still lags. I get kicked out, and I'm just like, oh, please load me back in as fast as I can. I'm trying to continue this fight. I'm not trying to miss a second. And you know, sometimes it happens, and I see patches of its health go down like 10 to 20%, and I'm just like, dang, I'm not trying to miss a heartbeat. I'm trying to be in this battle the whole way through since it was so intense. Boom, I load back up. I'm just like, am I in the right server? I gotta check everything. It says change servers. I'm like, alright, time to hop servers. We got this. I open up my map. I'm like, is it working? I can't tell. Is it lagging out? I'm not sure. And then, boom, I had a little problem there. None of the channels are popping up. Like, I can't go fight the boss. And that doesn't even make sense to me. So, boom, another problem happens. Another glitch for the menu. Trying to stop me from fighting the boss. And the boss isn't even showing up on a different channel that I'm on. Whatever channel that is I lagged in. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Trying to check if it loads or not or anything. And then I remember there's probably a way around it if I just mess with the menu. So I go and I'm like, okay, what do? Go to the options? Yeah, that's probably the best thing I can do, right? I'm checking around for the boss to spawn, but I'm not sure. I hear it, but I don't see it. I don't know what's going on. So I go back to the menus. I'm like, character select. Maybe if I change the menu, and boom, brings me into a loading screen. I'm hoping this works. And it's still a beta, so there's some bugs and there's some workarounds as well. It's just kind of hard to figure out and do. It's just, you just play and work through it. I appreciate all the efforts that the developers are putting into it and the reports that the players are reporting, because if you don't report anything into games that are in the beta still in development, like, they're not really going to make huge leaps in progress. Especially if you want a game to come out and you anticipate it. It's good to report and, like, you know, give your opinions in to help improve the game. And while that happens, I load back in and it's so laggy. Half the time I can't even move. I'm trying to move. The dragon's already almost dead. People are dying left and right. I'm trying to help people, but it's lagging. I'm pressing the button. It barely works, and it looks like 3 of us are all reviving the same guy, which doesn't even make sense. The dragon's over here just murking people left and right. The lag spraying his fire, which isn't even helpful. I have no idea if that even kills you or not anymore, but it looks like it would anyway. I'm just trying to run around, but I can't since there's consecutive arrows being bombarded on him and health spells and people slamming on him. And it's just going crazy and hectic, and you can barely even move. And if you move too much, you get disconnected, and it's just crazy. I try and get my hits in also. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to dodge them when I can. I can barely even see what's going on. As you can see, that guy over there, there's spikes being freaking locked in place. I'm just chilling. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do except just stay alive as long as I can and get my hits in. Boom, I'm getting some hits in. I can't tell if they're hitting until like a second later. It looks like he's about to go for a slam, but who even knows? Flies off in the air, and I'm like, uh-oh, he's about to spray everywhere with fire. We've seen this how many times? And then I die before it even hits me. Like, I can't get mad at that, but he caught me before I was ready. It looks like he's trying to finish me off, and how many other people died is unknown. Not really, it's just everybody's died multiple times. I'm pretty sure no one didn't die. Everyone had to respawn once or twice, maybe 10 or 20 times. You know how it is. This boss fight was the longest boss fight I've also had. This fight is something that I kind of look forward to also when the game is released. There's just so much going on at the same time that I lagged out again after being resurrected, and I managed to load back in fast enough to see that the dragon's health is around, what, under 10% or 5% health now. I'm still going around trying to make sure everyone can stay alive, help get the DPS in so we can get this kill and get the loot from the boss. We've been working for hours on this. We're trying not to give up. Everybody that's been here has been constantly fighting. Even if lag's been kicking us out, we've all loaded back in. We've all tried the best teamwork we could to go up against this. And even if we were getting knocked and res and knocked and res and knocked and res, we were not giving up. We were constantly fighting back. Fighting against the dragon and fighting against lag. Oh, it was a non-stop battle on both fronts. And this dragon, honestly, its resistance when I went up to fight it, since I was a lower level, this dragon's at a level 40. I was at a level 16 at the time. Completely unprepared for this fight. So it had a defense rating of a 90% reduction damage to it from me, which was crazy. And as you can see, the lag attacks have knocked me down again multiple times. I'm being rezzed by people who are running in place and teleporting around. It doesn't make sense. If I just say I'm gonna hold on and hope someone picks me up. And eventually, as you can see, I get up. I'm back in the fight. And this has happened multiple times. So many times. And then as you can see, the worst thing possible has just happened. The server has just disconnected and kicked, yes, and has kicked everybody out of the game. Everybody. And everybody's at the same loading screen as me. The worst thing happened. And you know what happened is even worse than that. We all had to fight another 3 more hours just to get the dragon back down to this much health, because it reset. It went back to 100% health, and we all came back and grouped all back up again for one more round at this Bone Dragon boss fight. None of us gave up after the server disconnected and reset the boss's health when we got him down to around 5% health. And here it is, down to 1 final percent health. Everyone's non-stop fighting, praying for it not to disconnect again, fighting for this trophy, fighting for the title, all fighting for the experience to be gained of killing this Bone Dragon. Everyone, from high level 30 to low level 1G, I saw everyone from different levels all group up for this one big fight. And everyone stayed and persevered even after all that had happened. And even until the end, this dragon did not want to give up. Even as if it was at 1% health, it was still fighting like it was at 100%. It did not want to give up. Everyone else did not give up. It did not scare us. This was our second time fighting. We knew how to kill it, so we did it. We fought. We kept fighting. And then we finally managed to, in the end, defeat the Bone Dragon.